Hello everybody, welcome to Chisel This. I'm your host, Matt Forio. I'm here with Froggy. Seth, say what's up.
Hey, what's up, people?
Today we are going to analyze the lyrics of Epic Rap Battle Parody's most recent battle, King Tut vs. Yugimoto. Chiseled by yours truly, Matt Forio. Alright, we're going to talk about some of the hidden meanings behind the lyrics, specifically because of the amount of research that I did before I actually began writing this. So, let's just start off with saying that I did not chisel all of this because some of it was decent enough to leave. For example, the first few lines of King Tut's, I thought that was a pretty good opening. So, we're just going to talk about what I changed, why I changed it, what I changed it to, and why I changed it to that, like the meaning behind it. So let's start off with reading some of what the original lyrics were. Brace yourselves, people. Here we go. Let's start with the lyrics that I don't like. I don't want to read the whole thing. So we're going to say Yugimoto's first opening lines. It's time to duel, so I'm switching to attack. That's alright, you know, it's a pretty clear reference to the Yu-Gi-Oh series. But the next line is, you've activated my trap card, now all your disses are coming back. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I just don't think that makes any sense. Am I wrong here?
I mean, I didn't get it, but I've never seen, like, the whole show.
I assume they're trying to say that, like, his trap card enables all the disses that he received to be sent back to him. It's just weird, and it's just not, it's not threatening, it's not good. So, now, before I even read the lyrics, the first thing that came to my mind, as soon as Xander said, we're gonna have you chisel King Tut vs. Yugi, I was like, awesome. I have this fantastic idea. It was New Year's Eve, and I was sitting on the couch and I was on Skype because I had got wind that I was going to chisel it earlier that day. So I went on Skype, and this is what I wrote in my notepad. Let me find it real quick. I wrote, these are my original ideas. Yugi says, face card, a mummy like you isn't worthy to be in my graveyard. And then I have Tut saying, if you're trying for Super Saiyan, you're in the wrong franchise, and something about Beyblade. Now, when I saw the Goku line, I actually liked that and decided to keep it. But, so let me just start with what I chiseled it to. So here we have Yugimoto's new verse is, Tutang, come on! I think this is a great line. It's literally the first thing I thought of as soon as I saw King Tut's first name. I knew what his first name was, but it didn't really occur to me. Like, I completely forgot it. I learned it in like 3rd grade. But his name is Tutankhamun or something like that. So the first thing I thought of is Tutang, come on. So just like say the first part of his name, make the second part of his name a pun with like, come on. Like if you really want to duel with me, like if you're really trying to come up to me, like who are you, right? So, I'll activate my trap card under your bejeweled stool. This goes deep. Now, can anybody guess the deeper meaning behind it?
I thought it was up his ass, that's what I thought. Yeah, because wasn't it, I forget, I thought I heard something that King Tut, ate jewels. Oh, ew, did he really?
Well, if that's true,
I don't know.
If that's true, then that's another reference that I got. But here's, you're gonna like this.
No, that's just what the one it told.
All right, you're gonna like this.
Does it have to do with his death?
No. All right, here we go. You know how like ancient Egyptians have everything like decked out in like just gold, jewels, gems.
Oh yeah.
All right, so first thing I want to point out is that I make fun of how everything is bejeweled, like a little girl would bejewel something, right? So,
yeah,
there's that joke. But this joke really comes full circle. He says, I'll activate my trap card. So activating the trap card means that, you know, some kind of gimmick is going to happen that's going to help Yugi win. So the gimmick here that I'm insinuating by saying under your stool basically says that, like, the Egyptians are kind of famous for setting up a lot of traps and mazes to protect their gold with. Like, you know, like pulling a lever and like a door opens or something like that. Like you know, traps. So I make that correlation, trap card, trap door. I'll activate my trap card under your stool. You will fall through that trap card and basically lose the battle. So, like, I'm activating the trap that you have underneath your stool where you're keeping all your jewels and everything. But not only that, but stool is another word for feces, excrement, right? So I'm saying that not only...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Not only is King Tut's lyrics, like shit, poop, like bad, terrible, right? I'm saying that he bejewels everything, even his own excrement. So it's just like a bunch of... It's like you can pair any two words and get a different joke out of it. That's how many jokes are in there. So, the next line I say that I chiseled is, "A mummy broken as you isn't worthy of my graveyard." So Tut is rumored to have died after suffering a leg fracture, among other contributions to his health or whatnot. But when I say a mummy that is broken as you, it literally means that he's broken, like his leg is fractured. He's, you know, a fractured leg led to his death, so that's one meaning for it. But also the word broken can mean corrupt, as in he was a corrupt leader, he wasn't a good leader, he had flawed, you know, moralistic values or whatever. So he's taking a shot at basically his venerability, his honorability by saying that he's broken. So, a mummy broken as you isn't worthy of my graveyard. So obviously Tut was discovered as a mummy, and that's why he's famous, or not famous, should I say, like well known for being preserved and being able to have his life discovered about. So obviously, you know, dead people go in graveyards. In Yu-Gi-Oh, when you have used a card in your deck, it goes to your graveyard. So it's basically like a trash bin for the cards that you don't need or don't use anymore. So Yugi's saying that you're not even worthy of being in my trash bin. That's how despicable you are. Like, you're something below that, whatever that may be, but you're not worthy of being in my graveyard. So it's like a tough shot at his pride, basically. So let's go back to the original lyrics. King Tut comes back with, "You're more of a failure than GX, don't you see? All your titles and your decks got nothing on me." Prime example of filler lines, "Don't you see" and "nothing on me." It would make sense if Yugi was blind and Tut was always naked. That's the only way it would make sense. Like, it doesn't... I mean, it obviously makes sense in retrospect, but there's no joke there. So what I changed that to is, I'm assuming that GX is Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, like the sequel to the franchise TV show, basically, and like Yugi's still in it, so I don't understand that. But so King Tut says, "I'll banish your little deck up your anime anus." So obviously Yugi has a deck of cards that he plays with. Tut insults Yugi's abilities to play with the cards by saying that his deck is small. Obviously, the wordplay correlates to having a small dick that Tut says he will figuratively banish into Yugi's cartoon rear end. So, he will banish his little deck up his anime anus. So,
I didn't even notice that. That's hilarious.
You didn't notice that?
No, I didn't even realize that. I was just talking about the cards.
No.
I actually had a small idea that it had something to do with his penis.
Yeah.
That makes it even funnier.
Yeah, it's really funny. So, "My legacy is ageless while you became nameless." This is another deep line. So, Tut's legacy is literally ageless because it was like thousands, I don't know how many, 1,000, million, whatever it was, how many years after his death that he was discovered, but basically his legacy lives on through artifacts, through museums, through stories, just because of how it was preserved. So, King Tut's legacy will never go away. But meanwhile, this is like a cartoon kid from 1990s who doesn't really have any relevance anymore. So, in playing on that no relevancy anymore, he says that he remains nameless.
Flow like the Nile, this is hot like the land I rule. Gonna lead this granddaddy's boy royally school. Bust your nose like the Sphinx, King Tut brings the thunder. No magician can save you, boy, I'm the 8th world wonder. I will diss a mindless kid from 96 in hieroglyphs, so find that my design's divine. I'm twice as big as Cairo is. The golden age boy king from the ancient eras, about to go Apophis on the scarf, the Goku and mascara. Tang, come on, if you really wanna duel, I'll activate my trap card under your bejeweled stool. My friends give me strength, believe in the heart of the cards. A mummy broken as you isn't worthy of my graveyard. I'll banish your little jack up your anime anus. My legacy is ageless while you became nameless. Your franchise is founded on myself, Ra and Isis. Now disappear with your silly identity crisis. Of all your tall tales, there's one thing I trust. Your discovery proved that you're nothing but a bust. It's Pharaoh versus Pharaoh, one king of games and one royal offspring of an incestuous tomb raid. You claim that you reign, but now I've been summoned, and I'll leave you puzzled for millenniums coming. Your life points are low, grab a hold of your gold, cause your prophecy told that you just got Yu-Gi-Oh!